Hello YouTube, this is Charlie with Beach Gold Assay coming back at you again. Today I wanted to make a video about kind of like about eBay, maybe in generalizing online purchasing of precious metals. Because one of the things I noticed in a bunch of my videos is a lot of feedback about saying this is why I never buy online and I never buy from eBay, and a lot of that is good advice, but at the same time, if you do do your due diligence and look things up, there are some things that you can do to reduce your risk of getting taken online. And sometimes this stuff is blatantly obvious by the sellers, and sometimes it's not. But I just wanted to make a video showing you some things that you can look for to kind of avoid these bad things. The first one is basically, if you look on eBay, and all I've done here is from searching, I've done 1 ounce of silver, and then I've filtered by buy it now, and then you see that brings up and the price plus shipping is the lowest. And you see a bunch of valid sellers. Like, I wouldn't be, I'm not going to say that all of these are in fact real, but the pricing is at least in line for a 1/10 ounce, silver being, the silver value of this is only $1.64 or something like that. And then they've got their fees and shipping. So that's somewhat in line with what, you would expect. But then if you come down here and you look at a couple of other things, and I want to focus on this one right now, because I know that this one has just sold. They had, I think, 4 in stock, and they sold 4 of them. And if you look at it, it's being represented as a 2019 1 ounce silver American Eagle coin collection. I don't know what the collection means. It's from China, and it's $6.99 shipped. Now, the intrinsic silver value far exceeds that $6.99, so that should be your first indicator that this is probably too good to be true. You see it's free shipping coming from China. You can't ship anything for free. There may be some subsidies that we don't know about or whatever, but it doesn't really matter, because it's going to cost something to ship from China to the US or whatever country that you're in. It's being represented on this picture as a 2019 Silver Eagle, and it's clearly it's being it's attempted to be, making you think that it is a Silver Eagle. Now, if you look here, they've sold 4 of them, and this was in my list, and then suddenly they were gone. So somebody has purchased these things. And then if we look at the original listing, you'll see that the person, and I'm gonna I don't want to put this person's name on blast, so I'm gonna take it out. But you'll see that they're brand new. They have 0 feedback, and if we look at it, they were probably they joined June 24th, so like 6 weeks ago or something like that. That's kind of a red flag. You always want to look at your sellers, and you want to see that they have some feedback, and that that you look at the actual the text of the feedback, and you want it to look good. But this isn't really about eBay in general. This is about specifically looking at some precious metals and the fake things that you will find. If you look elsewhere, you look down, this particular auction is saying that it is an American Eagle. It does have 1 ounce of precious metal in it, and that it's a 2019, and that's what's represented. And there is no other information provided. They don't provide you the weight, an example on a scale. They show you, like this one, they're actually showing you a proof as the picture. There's your W, and this is a regular strike, and so they're showing several different pictures of different types of Silver Eagles. And so you're not going to see something like that for $6.99. It's not like silver's cheaper elsewhere in the country, or elsewhere in the world for that matter. So, some common sense would tell you that, if it's too good to be true, it almost definitely is, especially when you're looking at a scenario like this with somebody selling a 2019 Silver Eagle that, by all rights, it's going to have probably at least $2 or $3 of premium on top of it. And, today silver's in the $16.40 range. So you'd think that this item would need to be around $18, $19. But then one of the things that you also have to keep in mind is that sellers have to deal with the fees of selling, and that's going to be between 8 and 10%, where, between PayPal and the eBay final value fees. And then there's the cost of shipping. And if it was in the U.S., it costs at least $3.09 to ship from one place to another. Sometimes cheaper depending if it's a shorter distance, but sellers kind of expect $3.09 based on the postal rates as they are in 2019. But so you look at that, you $3.09 is gone. Then you take the 8 to 10%. Now you're left with a couple dollars, and then that clearly is going to tell you that it's not possible that it's silver. It's another trinket, even though it's being absolutely sold as silver. So, just to recap, looking at the pictures here, you see that they're using different pictures of eagles. Two different kinds of eagles are actually represented. The price is far below the actual value of 1 ounce of silver. If somebody actually had this ounce of silver, they could take it and refine it and just melt it down for more money than $7. And then you see very little information right here, and they call it a commemorative coin. Here they kind of do give you some when they call it a commemorative, because silver eagles are not, but they do say 1 ounce fine silver $1 coins. And if there's anything that misrepresents this, it's right there. It obviously cannot be silver. Anyways, this is just one of the examples that I wanted to show. If we look at one other one, we'll see this one. And this one is still actually available for purchase. And I'll have to clear this out too. But once again, we have somebody with zero feedback. $6.99 for 1 ounce of silver seems very, it just cannot be this. There's no way that you can sell it and make a profit for that. And if we go down to this one, we'll see this one does actually give the buyer a couple of notes. You'll see the word plated here, and that's going to be a major red flag. Even though they call it a silver eagle coin, they say that the precious metal content per unit is 1 ounce. But which is misrepresented. But then they also say that the item is made in China, and silver eagles are definitely not made in China. They're made in the U.S. at various mints around the country. West Point, Philadelphia, all of the major mints have made them at one point or another. And in the description right here, they show plated, and then I don't know, that mintage is supposed to represent the amount of coins made, but it sounds like it's maybe the dimensions. And then they say in the package, 1 silver eagle is included. So yeah, there's enough red flags if you're looking at these items on eBay that you are building enough of a case to say, nope, this would be like throwing $7 down the drain, and you would want to avoid this. So we'll just one might wonder why this stuff shows up on eBay in the first place, because it is against the policy of eBay to allow for coins like this to be sold. And the short answer is that they do not allow this. It's very clearly stated, and they're very strict on how things get listed. And eBay has a lot of what they call trusted advisors, people that are probably other sellers or big name sellers, people that have been selling on eBay for a long time, and those people basically are reporting these people as they come up, and anybody can report them. And that does cause eBay to do some sort of investigation. I don't know how effective it is. I just know that this particular thing is not actually allowed. Now, the problem, of course, becomes, how do you police something? How do you police each and every seller? Sellers joined by the thousands every day. They put thousands of different items up. How do you ensure this? And I think that it's just a constant battle for them. I mean, I can't imagine the chaos that must ensue just in order to try to get a handle on this type of thing. And from what I've seen, there's other sites that you can sell on that aren't nearly as strict, but they don't have the reach that eBay does, the worldwide customer base and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to mention that, it is not something that eBay does allow, and I'm pretty sure that if you look here, this money back guarantee, if you actually do buy buy something like this, that eBay would actually just give you your money back if you bought it. That's basically you report and you prove that it's not a real 1 ounce silver, then you basically will get your money back, and the seller will probably be banned from selling, but then they'll just do it again. So I just wanted to also iterate that. So that is just a couple of examples of items that you can see on eBay when you're looking for silver, and it's these types of things that cause so much of the negative feelings about buying silver online. And there are plenty of places that will sell you even with correct pricing, things like that. That they'll still sell fake items, and that's a totally separate topic. That's another thing that you need to look at. These examples I showed you today were more of like, if it sounds too good to be true, it almost definitely is. And so I just wanted to show that this stuff is out there, and these are a couple of examples. And in some future videos, I want to go over some more examples, maybe some that are kind of harder to spot, but this is just the first of a few I wanted to do. Mostly because, again, I hear so many people saying that that's why they don't buy online. And again, I definitely, if you can't see and feel it, you need to be wary, of course. But there are some things that you can do to protect yourself when you're looking online at purchasing things, because there are good sellers out there, and there are deals to be had online. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and again, this is Charlie, and I appreciate you subscribing, watching, liking, and if you have any comments on anything, any questions, I try to look at everything, so please feel free to comment below. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day.